Good evening, everyone. This is End Bad Governance Protest Day 3. A lot has been going on today. The protest has been going on. The citizens have been building momentum, but there have been a lot of opposition from the security operatives. So there is something important I want us to discuss this evening. You see, when I studied the history of how so many people, so many groups started carrying arms in various countries, including Nigeria, I discovered that those people were not allowed to exercise themselves in a legal way. In the sense that when you are protesting, the government will send the security operatives to you, the government will send the armed bandits, they will send thugs, they will send policemen to come and make sure they fight against the protesters, to injure them, sometimes to shoot at them. Only thing the government is trying to build in this manner is to build the citizens who will carry weapons against the state. And when it comes to that, I think the government will regret why they ever tried what they are doing today. Now, in so many parts of the country, especially Abuja especially, there have been series of violation of human rights. A lot of protesters were attacked and they are still attacking them. The DSS, the policemen are still attacking them. And this evening, just about a few hours ago before posting this video, there is a report that came from Abuja that politicians mobilized thugs that came with gun and machetes to attack people who are protesting. You see, this Nigeria, if some persons are still allowing themselves to be used, it is so unfortunate. Now, everyone knows what is going on in Nigeria. It's not as if that people are just coming out to protest. People know that the country is no longer working. The country is ripe for revolution. The country is ripe for revolution. Now, if government continue to send talks, this is just the third day. The protests have not started. This is just the third day. So if the government keep on sending talks to attack people, the people will resolve to one option, just only one option, to defend themselves. And when it comes to that, if they allow people to defend themselves, you know what I mean? People might carry they might carry gun, because people who are coming to attack them are coming with gun. That is the law of Nigeria. That if someone is bringing this knives to attack you, you have the right to use the same knives to attack the person back. If somebody comes to maybe to attack you with knife, you are entitled to defend yourself with knife. So if someone is coming to, shoot you, threaten you with gun when you are protesting, exercising your fundamental human right, then you are entitled to carry gun and defend yourself. There is no two ways about that. I pity Tinubu's administration. I pity them because they think that everything is just according to how they plan or according to what they wish. They should think the effort, how they budgeted billions of naira to stop this protest, whether they were able to stop it. They were not able to stop it. Now, if Tinubu continue to send talks, especially on the people in Abuja, I've seen what happens in Delta State, in Uwendi, what happens in so many parts of the country, but it's not up to the level of what is going on in Abuja. So it's so unfortunate that this thing is still going on and people are allowing them to be used. Sometimes, if I said that some Nigerians need to suffer more, I know what I'm talking about. Some Nigerians need to suffer more. The reason why I say some Nigerians need to suffer more is because, some Nigerians don't want to learn from the history. How would you allow them to use you? How would you allow politicians, because you are hungry, to give you money? And that is why I always talk about Robin Hoodism, where the government will note your destiny, everything that belongs to you. And in return, they will give you penny. And you will feel happy because you are a slave. Anyone that is allowing them to be used, you are allowing government to use you as thugs, they give you money to go and attack innocent protesters, your days are numbered. Your days are numbered because what you are doing is against the natural justice and equity. Now, if we continue like this, as I said, many people are going to defend themselves, many people are going to carry arms, many people are going to carry all sorts of sophisticated weapons to defend themselves during the protest. Again, the Inspector General of Police has been speaking in tongues, about this protest. How would you allow, thugs or criminals to attack people who are protesting? You don't know your job as the Inspector General of Police. You have to resign if you don't want to refuse Tinubu his wishes. You just receive call from the Minister of FCT or Tinubu. They will tell you, make sure you stop these people, clap them down, do it by all means. This is for our benefit. You just go unleash thugs, unleash your men against people who are protesting. For those who are protesting, I really want to appreciate, your courage and everything. Today is almost over now. I'm not feeling fine, so I have to come back home to do this video. We are on it, and it is 10-day, a 10-day protest. And if Tinubu did not hearken to our demands in these 10 days, we are going to extend the protest, and we will continue to protest. It will not change anything in us, and it will not take anything away from us. So that is what I want to say, that people should not lose focus, people should not lose courage. Now, some persons would say this protest is not going to change anything. We have been protesting in Nigeria before. Is it changing anything? The protests that are protesting in Ghana, in Kenya, is it changing anything? People have been writing me such messages. I really want to let you know something. It is changing a lot. It is changing a lot in the sense that we must create an atmosphere of freedom. Nigeria don't have an atmosphere of freedom. We must create an atmosphere of freedom where people can speak and government will shake. Where people can speak and government will begin to run helter-skelter. Where people can speak and government will begin to listen. That is part of the atmosphere we're trying to create, because anything you want to have in Nigeria or you wish that they will do for you, they are not doing it. They are not doing it. So that is the situation we are seeing in Nigeria. And I believe with courage and with consistency, we must remain consistent in doing this. When we remain consistent, I believe everything will be fine, everything will come to place. So what is going on around your area? Let me know in the comment section. Thanks for listening.
Many of us from the north are famed for cattle keeping. And when you are driving the cattle through different grazing grounds, the cattle believe that you love them so much because you protect them from the elements, because you protect them from other wild animals. But if the cattle were to know that you are the one who would end up eating them, they would treat you very differently. Invariably, they do not know. And therefore, you will continue controlling them the way you do, and you will continue eating them the way you do. But it's a totally different case when you are leading human beings. They are not like cattle. You may lead them in a particular direction. You may think that you have lulled them into a false sense of security. You may think that you have deadened their minds. But always remember that one day, if you don't do that which is good and right for your fellow men, there is a day of reckoning. There is a day of reckoning, and history has demonstrated that it can come in the twinkling of an eye. History has demonstrated that kings have been toppled. History has demonstrated that presidents have been removed. History has demonstrated that great men have been cut down. History has demonstrated that men can rise when they are misled. History has demonstrated that men are indeed capable of rising up. You know, I always read these words of the American Declaration of Independence because I love them. They apply to humanity. Before America became what it is, they had enlightened men. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are born equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable right, that among those are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And it is for this reason that governments are instituted amongst men, and that when those governments fail to perform, it is the duty of those people to rise up and to remove such governments.